Good morning, everyone. How's our orientation? All right, there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is day 21. I really can't believe it's the 21st day of this 24-day challenge, and I am happy to welcome you here today. I'm Stephanie. I am a literacy teacher educator and a bookologist who explores the health and wellness and creativity benefits of reading, writing, and yoga layered together. As part of this challenge, I offer one book recommendation and a short yoga practice to get us up and going in an attempt to figure out YouTube and to practice my teaching a bit more as a new yoga teacher. This has been a really great experience. I've got some great things planned, I think, for the coming year. And I just want to thank you for showing up as I try to show up every day and keep this practice going. So for today's book recommendation, I have a fun one. And I can't say this title without singing the title, because the title is You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince. And every time I just get the Grinch song in my mind. It's by Timothy Janofsky, and this is a fun read. So it is about Matthew, and Matthew is young and rich and spoiled. And he is used to the world being at his beck and call, adoring him, doing whatever he wants. Doesn't matter that his family isn't all that happy with him. The world is his oyster until it's not, until he makes a public misstep that changes people's perception of him, and that literally gets his family to cut him out and cut him off and send him to a little small town where his grandparents leave to just get off the grid and figure out what he's going to do. Matthew's miserable. He does not like it in the small town. His big charms don't work, and they especially don't work with Hector, who is this wonderfully happy town local who just isn't putting up with Matthew's personality. Now, enter this charity gala. It is suddenly in need of a coordinator, and Matthew thinks, well, hey, this is something I could do. And if I do it, perhaps I can get back into good graces with my family. And so he does. And in the process, he, of course, needs Hector's help. And they end up connecting, figuring out, what might be going on, and developing this wonderful charity gala and developing a lot of found family along the way. So that's You're a Mean One, Mr. See, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janofsky. A really fun, delightful read. So today's yoga practice. I had someone ask how I pick which yoga practice to do every morning. And there's basically two questions I ask myself every day that determine not just what yoga practice I'm going to do, but what essay I'm going to read in the morning as part of my morning reading, and the kind of writing that I'm doing in my morning page notebook as well. Here are those two questions. Number one, how does my body currently feel? Right? What does my body need in a physical movement practice in the morning? Does it need stretching? Does it need something more powerful? Does it need a little bit more cardio action to it, or does it need to calm down? So number one, what does my body currently need so that my practice can help it feel better? And number two, how does my mind, my emotional state, want to feel? So I ask the question about my body in the present moment, but how I want to feel in the future moment, so that I can choose poses and essays and poetry and journaling questions that can help me cultivate that feeling, so that when I step off the mat, my body still feels good and hopefully feels better, but my mind is moving in the direction that it wants to go. That's what I hope to do on this channel, is to offer practices that help meet people where they are physically and then move them forward where they want to go mentally, while bringing in reading and writing. That's the plan for 2025. Okay, so let's get into that morning practice. Today, my body's feeling a little tired. I am not feeling the greatest on this Saturday morning. So I want a nice, I don't want to say easy, but I want to say slow, stretching, feeling into the physical body kind of flow. I also want to feel really grounded and present today. I've got some holiday things going on. I don't want to get swept up into the to-do list. I just want to enjoy what's going on. So today's practice is slow moving. It is designed to stretch out all of your body and help you to stay present in it so that hopefully you can do that off the mat too. So starting off in Sukhasana, let's go ahead and just bring our hands to our knees. Perhaps you ground your body a little bit by rubbing them up and down your legs, as I tend to like to do. Nice straight spine. Nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Let's do that again. Nice audible breath. Deep breath in. And out. One more time. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. All right, let's just start with a gentle neck stretch. Let's tilt our left ear over our left shoulder. Not too much pressure here. Just let it rest where it feels natural, where you feel that first edge. Let's come back up and go to the other side. We're going to go back and forth 3 times here rather than staying in a longer static stretch. Again, I want this to be a nice, gentle practice and help you stay embodied. If you haven't already, come to that other side. Back to center and to the right. Back up. And one last time to the left. And switch it on over to the right. Now from here, let's just do a few little rolls of the neck. Now, admittedly, I cannot do traditional neck rolls. I have some neck issues that make that incredibly painful. So my neck rolls are always just down and to the side. I just can't go all the way up. If you can, have at it. I just want you to put some nice, slow, easy, flowing movement into that neck now. All right, let's come back to center and let's do a side stretch. So drop that left hand to the mat, right arm palm flips up and over, bend it on over, lean into that left side for a nice, lean, long side stretch. Feels so good in the morning. Maybe you just pulse just a little bit to get a bit of that movement. Stay in your body, relax your legs, ground them down to the mat. And now place your palm behind your head and twist your body up to the ceiling to really open up that chest and your underarm and your shoulder muscles. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's come back to that side bend and back up to center. Let's reverse. Right hand comes to the mat, flip the left palm up, up and over to a nice side bend. Breathe and release. Bring that left palm to the back of your head. Turn your body to face up to that ceiling. Feel that stretch. Pull that elbow back. Such a good stretch for readers and writers, by the way. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Return to front, back to that side stretch, and back up. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. I've been doing a lot of reading the past 2 days. I'm still reading Christmas at the Glitter Peak Lodge. That was the one that you read as an Advent calendar, and today's was a good one. Go ahead, bring both arms up, deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist to the left, lowering the right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind you off the mat. Nice straight spine here, proud chest, breathe in. And as you exhale, twist a little bit further into the stretch. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, make your way back to center. Deep breath in, arms up overhead. And deep breath out, twist to the other side. Right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Twist, breathe in. And as you exhale, pull that twist just a little bit more deeply. One more deep breath in. And exhale, make your way back to center. Now we're just going to kind of combine some of those movements that we did, and we're going to roll. This is like a moving, flowing cat-cow, where instead of just coming to cat, you're moving left to right as you first arch the spine and look up, and then roll it on back as you come to the back. Let's just do a couple of these at our own pace in the same direction. We'll switch in just a moment. I love this one. All right, let's go ahead and switch directions. Try to keep your sits bones really down on the mat. Don't go too crazy stretching and flowing up top so that you lose that grounded feeling into the mat. Today is all about groundedness and staying present. Let's do one more time. And let's head on over to table. So once we get to table, we're going to move a little bit. So in table, we have our nice wide finger spread on the mat below our shoulders. Knees are under our hips. And what I want you to do is just rock side to side. Nice and slowly, feel the groundedness in the mat. Feel your balance get taken off and then grounded again and back and grounded. And now we're going to play with this a little bit and move. So as you're swaying left to right, I want you to slowly start to move your hands so that they're facing the sides of the room instead of the front, and sway. So you'll feel this in your hands and your forearms, your wrists, depending on how tight they are. And then go ahead, if you can, and keep it going so that your hands are facing your knees. You may need to readjust where you are and see if you can rock side to side this way. Admittedly, this is hard for me. I have a lot of wrist issues, a lot of elbow issues, and this is hard, but when I'm done, it feels really, really good. All right, let's bring those hands centimeter by centimeter back to facing the sides of the room. Just that nice, gentle sway, forcing us to keep our balance, tighten our core, stay present. Can't think of your to-do list when you're swaying left to right and moving your hands in another direction. And let's slowly inch them back up to our regular position. Nice stillness. Let's just do one cat-cow here. Drop your belly down, look up, and arch. And roll your back up through. Now from here, go ahead and bring your right leg straight behind you. Open it up to the side, right? Kind of like a 90-degree angle, fire hydrant kind of position. And then let's just do circles with our leg, up and back. Nice wide circles here, really feeling it in the hip. You need that balance and that stability. Feel any kind of tightness just starting to move away. Let's do one more. And as we finish this one, go ahead and bring that right foot up to a low lunge. Right? So our knee is staying on the ground. Our right knee is over our ankle. And just breathe here. If you can, slowly start to feel yourself settle into that left hip flexor even more. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, sink. Just let your body go. It isn't even a really strong active movement. You're just letting your legs relax, and you can feel yourself just melt a little bit closer to the ground. From here, I want you to straighten that front right leg. Flip those toes up to the sky for a nice forward fold. We're going to move in this position too. We've done this once before. It is one of my favorites. So sink into that lizard pose, breathe in, arch your back just a tiny bit. And as you exhale, come on back around your back and pull your toes up to the ceiling. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and pull it back. Deep breath out. Stay here for just a second longer. Nice static stretch. Hopefully that feels good in the morning. Bring it back up to our lunge. You can put your hands flat on the mat for a bit more support and bring that left leg back into table position. Let's go to the other side. So now left leg goes out straight behind you at first. Go ahead and open your hip, bend that leg out to a 90-degree angle like a fire hydrant pose. And then we're going to go up and back for some nice wide hip circles. This does take some core strength. It takes some balance, but at the same time, it just feels really good to open our hips in this way. At least it feels really good for me this morning. Definitely what my body needed. Let's do one more hip circle. And as we finish it, let's bring that left leg to that low lunge. Keep that right knee down. Check the position. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. And breathe. As you breathe here, just feel yourself letting go. Again, we're not pushing, we're not forcing, but by just consciously relaxing those areas of our body, you can feel yourself just slightly melt a bit more. Now let's take a deep breath in together. And as you exhale, release a bit more and feel where you can melt closer to the mat. All right, let's pull it all the way back, straighten that left leg, flip those toes to the ceiling for a nice forward fold stretch. And let's flow. Bring it on back to that lunge position. Breathe in, shoulders down, proud chest, look up. And as you exhale, roll it on back. Really feel this in your back, your shoulders. It's like a cat-cow in this low lunge position. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, deep breath out. Let's just stay in this position for a couple seconds more. I love this one. All right, let's come back to table position. And then let's come back for our only downward dog. Well, that's not true. I guess there's two. All right, so downward dog, first one of the only ones of this class. Pedal it out. I really want you to do this pedaling slowly, inch by inch, and really feel your toes get it too. See how I'm moving a little bit back and forth? That kind of movement just helps us stay present. It helps us flow. It's often easier to do in the morning if you are tight or not warm yet. We want to keep those muscles moving gently. Now from here, go ahead and quiet your heels to a regular downward dog. I've just got to tuck the shirt in. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Go ahead and raise that right leg up high and straight in the air and open that hip out. Now, as you open, you should be able to ground your left heel down a little bit more to the mat. Feel that difference? And let's just go ahead and bend and straighten our leg 3 times. 1, bend and straighten 2, and bend and straighten 3. Close those hips so they're back square to the mat, and bring your leg lunged all the way through and rest it on down on the mat, coming into pigeon. Pigeon can be a tough one, so it depends on you and your body and how you feel. But once you get here, you can situate and resituate yourself. I'm really tight today, so I'm not falling into pigeon as gracefully as I would have liked. Maybe that's you today too. You could stay here if you'd like. If you can take it down further, you might bring your forearms to the mat. Maybe you rest your head down, you drop your head down as well. Now for me today, I want that slight movement. So you see how even in pigeon, I am rocking just a little bit. This often deepens the stretch. You can often find those little hitch spots where you feel tight. But today, I just want to feel present in my body. And that means for me, a little bit of movement. So my focus is there and my mind isn't wandering as much. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. One more breath in and one more breath out. All right, let's bring ourselves back to a proud pigeon, if you will, with our chest up. And then let's scooch our legs, keep them in that pigeon position so that your left knee is behind your right. And just sit on back for a minute. Now, if this isn't available to you, you might just sit with your knees raised and hug them in for a nice stretch. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, bring my arms behind me for a nice proud straight spine pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's go ahead and reverse it. Bring those hands back in front of you. Crawl it back up, unhook that knee back to table position. And back up to down dog. Paddle it out. Now we're going to reverse that sequence on the left side. So quiet those heels. Bring that left leg up high, straight and back. Point those toes. And then go ahead and open up the hip. As you do, see if you can sink that right heel down a little bit more to feel that stretch more deeply. And let's bend that left leg and straighten it. 2 more times. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Go ahead and square those hips back up, and we're going to bring that left leg all the way through, bend that knee, and then drop it for a pigeon. Again, you can resituate yourself. Pigeon is just not happening as much as I would like it for me today. We're going to do some more pigeons and some more hip work. So you can stay up here high and just rock a little bit like I am here. Or if you'd like, go ahead and bring yourself down to your forearms and do the same there. Again, nice, easy, small, flowing movements. Just gives you something to focus on, stay more present rather than the loop of thoughts perhaps circling in that mind of ours. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. If your forearms were down on the mat, go ahead and push yourself back up to that proud pigeon position. And then slowly bring that right knee behind the left. You're kind of sinking your left on top of the right at the same time. And then bring it on back to sit down. Again, These sides might feel a little bit tighter, one over the other. We're just here for a second for a little deepening of those hip stretches. So let's take one nice deep breath and relax it out. All right, let's untwist ourselves. And we're going to come down into a laying cobbler position. So laying down on your mat, bring your heels, your soles of your feet to touch. Fix your ponytail if you need to. And just let the weight of your legs come down to the mat, opening up in that hip area. If you need some blocks, you can put some blocks under your legs to feel that grounding pressure as well. Your hands can be on your belly, one hand on your heart and your belly. They can stay on your legs for more grounding pressure, whatever works for you today. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in and out. Now go ahead and use your hands to close those legs up and hug them into your chest. Rock side to side just a little bit. That rocking motion is a theme of the day. I want you to take your hands and hug just your right knee as your left leg comes down straight in front of you on the mat. Pull that left knee in, deep breath in. And as you exhale, left hand goes to the outside of your right leg, right knee, and pull it on over for a spinal twist, letting that knee fall to the other side. If you'd like, you can bring that right arm straight behind you, trying to keep that left shoulder down on the mat. That means your right leg might not be on the floor, and that's okay. Maybe it is. That's great too. Wherever you are today, every day is different. Every morning is different. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Sink into that mat. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just relax and sink a bit more into the mat. No forcing, just releasing. Let's slowly make our way back to lying flat, knees into our chest. One little hug with both. And now let's hug just our left leg in. That right leg comes down straight to the mat. Deep breath in, hug that knee up closer. And as you exhale, a right hand to the outside of the left leg and pull it on down for a spinal twist. Bring that left arm out straight to the side if you'd like. Keep that shoulder on the mat. And feel where you feel that stretch. Again, your left knee does not have to come to the mat. You can see mine is not today. I am very tight today. Deep breath in. And relax. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath out. Melting a bit more into the mat. Let something go. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Hug those knees in one last time. And then let everything go down and straight. Arms overhead, legs straight out for a nice, good morning stretch. Ooh, maybe you yawn in this position as I kind of just did and stretch it side to side. Really stretching every last thing that needs to be stretched out in the morning. I can feel this in my hips and back today. Let's come to stillness. Deep breath in, wiggle those toes, wiggle those hands, fingers. And release and sink it all into the mat. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, again, see where you can release and melt and let go. You feel that in your body. Just stay here in that melted, synced in position, breathing at your own pace. Slowly start to wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. Bring those knees up so your heels are on the mat. Turn to the right side, fetal position, and slowly push your way back up. I think I could have stayed in Savasana and maybe gone back to sleep there this morning. It's a tiring day. I usually do a practice before I come on here, so I'm ready for you. And I didn't do that today, and I can feel it. All right, one last deep breath in, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. As a reminder, our book for today is You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janofsky. If you want a delightful story about a spoiled rich kid whose life takes a turn, gets stuck in a small town, starts planning the annual charity gala, and realizes what the holiday spirit and found family really is, then that could be the book for you. I hope this was a great way to start your Saturday. I wish you a fun day full of festivities and whatever you want it to be, feeling present, feeling stretched, and feeling grounded. Thanks, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for day 22. Bye.